Hello, beautiful family. How are you doing? Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. I just can't thank you enough. So, my Kabbalistic people, today I have a quick one to share with you. Trust progress news. I give it to you back to back. We are hearing today from Biafra National Guard. Wonders shall never end. A lot of things is happening of which you need to be updated. Listen to him and I'll be right back.
All right, the general has been handed over the rest of the parade to make his speech, and who love to hear what the general has to say today, being the second anniversary of this very Armed Forces Day. So, Chima, what are you expecting from the general today?
Well, we just listen attentively to his speech. I expect him to commemorate with the fallen heroes and as well tell us the way forward in the quest for the freedom and restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. That's how I just call on the viewers to listen attentively to the speech of General Innocent and
Long live Biafra National Guard!
Biafra National Guard and the head of provinces. Let's listen.
All right, the general of those that died in 1970, between 1997 and 1970. So I think it's something worth praising and appreciating the effort sacrifice of this very young man. Being that we've been on this path for so long, and a lot of things had happened. 1999 and today. So I appreciate General Innocent and Oji. Nothing. This also shows that people are not at slumber and we still remember everything that had happened to us.
Oh my Savior, let me go and fight for my people. Go fight for Biafra right. Go fight for Biafra freedom. Let me go and fight for my people. Go fight for Biafra right. Oh Lord. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. And good night. Depending from where you are hearing my voice. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, adoration, and all thanks to Chukwu Okike Abiyama for a journey, for a long journey. And I thank him because this morning we have been on the road all the way from Sudan down to here in Omaya province to wake up the state of Biafra here in Omaya province. It's our Biafran Armed Forces Remembrance Day. A day we all remember. A day we remember those that sacrificed their lives, put in their money and everything to restore our identity destroyed by Britain through Frederick Lugard. We shall continue to remember them forever and ever. Rest in peace. Especially because we are confidently continuing from where they stopped. And we are sure of victory. We are sure of victory. Mary Bunkai. Let me take you down memory lane. On September 13, 1999, in the quest for a dear country, Biafra, I have been in the forefront and have spent a minimum of 11 years in prison. I surrendered after being declared wanted to prove the legality of our declared shadow government of Biafra in conjunction with the government, in conjunction with the Biafran government in exile in Nigeria law court. I repeat, I said, I surrendered after being declared wanted to prove the legality of our declared shadow government of Biafra in conjunction with the Biafra government in exile in Nigerian law court. I and my soldiers went through the awful experience. We came out stronger and determined to go again until Biafra is restored. We shall not rest. Never. Even in the grave, we shall not rest. I had left Nigerian Army as a ranked officer in 1999. In the year 2000, May 22nd, precisely. In the year 2000, May 22nd, precisely, I commanded the first ever parade that hoisted the first ever Biafran flag under Maso at number 175 Fox Road, above my power line, in Aba province of Biafra. On that mission, exactly on May 23rd, we had the first Biafran casualty of this dispensation named Gabriel Ogu from Eznifite, Mbise. May his soul rest in peace. From that day to date, it has been massacre upon massacre. In 2004, as General Commandant of Biafran Commando under Masop, and have been faced with internal issues and human rights abuses and massacres of people with my soldiers. We raised arms against the occupational government of Nigeria under the concealed approval of late Dim Chukwuka of the Mebu Ojukwu to stop the bloody thirsty massacres. In 2006, Lady Chukwuemeka Ojukwu exclusively handed over to me Biafran chapter, and under his supervision, the Biafran chapter was handed to me under our lady supervision then. Biafran National Guard was founded. Biafran National Guard was founded and to continue and finish the 1967 Biafran Army mission in accordance with the charter of 14 February 2007. We officially hoisted Biafran flag at Onitsha with a garrison of Biafran soldiers, witnessed almost a couple of Biafran veterans drafted by late Colonel Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, and declared Biafran government in conjunction with Biafran government in exile. From there, ending Ojukwu soldiers. Ojukwu Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biakwala Hozo. Soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Biakwala Hozo. Biafran soldier, Remarkably, in 2007, Biafran Shadow government, in conjunction with the Biafran government in exile, launched a military campaign in Amanguzo era that lasted for 3 good months. It took Ojukwu's intervention to broker a ceasefire. The shadow government the Biafran shadow government in conjunction with the Biafran government in exile successfully discharged their duties And I was urged to surrender to the Nigerian government to prove the legality of the declared government. In conjunction with the Biafran government in exile, have successfully finished their stage. Successfully, they have finished their stage. It is done and dusted. And neither should we be drawn backwards. Makanega nirubo ndo. Bora. Having done with the stage of Biafran government, BSG, in conjunction with the Biafran government in exile, we successfully launched Biafran Transitional Government, BTG, in the year 2018, immediately after my release from under prisons, and effectively administrated upon by the Biafran Supreme Military Council of Administration, BSMCA, of which was in total compliance with Biafran Charter. A military document of approval from late Colonel Ojukwu, the father of Biafra himself, his soul will continue to rest in perfect peace. Precisely on May 38, 2021, the Biafran military flag of authority was hoisted across Biafran territories, signifying the total takeover of Biafran territories by the Biafran National Guard, BNG. At the beginning of the Biafran provision and the beginning of the Biafran provisional government, BPG. Provincial government was the third action. Provincial government was the third action on the charter. And really, the final government that established our sovereignty, now referred to as state of Biafra, derive the power and legality to launch the various governments we did from the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights and African Charter, which Nigeria government is signatory to. The declaration and redeclaration were in pursuance of inherent dignity, equal and
Welcome back. It was unfortunate that we couldn't complete the general's exit, who has just left for the headquarters, and the men also have gone back to their provincial headquarters. So now we want to talk about what General said. But before that, Chima, what do you have to say regarding the welcome to State of Biafra, Omaya Province, the audacity of the General to mount this kind of a billboard?
Well, I'm happy to be here, at least in Umuahia Province. I'm so glad to be part of this epoch-making history, the inauguration of Umuahia Province by the Biafran National Guard. Well, all said and done. It was a good one, a very good one. The parade was great. The arrays of weapons. I think whenever there is a celebration or an activity by the Biafran National Guard, there's always a showcasing of another set of brand weapons. I don't know if I'm going to call Biafran National Guard and the new weapon army in the world. You know, I call them the most special army in the world. Maybe I should just calling them the most weaponized army in the world. So
All right.
that's all.
I think now going by what the speech General made here, I think General was talking about our identity destroyed by Lord Lugard.
Frederick Lugard, don't call him a lord, because he's no lord.
By joining the Southern and Northern Protectorate, and I think don't you agree with me that that's the fault? I mean, that's where the problem of Africa lies?
I won't say that is the problem. It's part of the problem. Another problem is we, the people. Are we ready to support our army? Or we still want to adhere to the inorganic creation that was given to us by the British colonial masters through Frederick Lugard and his girlfriend Flora Shaw? So you can't put the whole blame on the Britain when they have actually left you.
All right, I think General talk about his history
Yeah.
in this very press statement speech. What do you have to say about his history in the struggle, leaving the Nigerian army in 1999, conducting the first parade in 2004, and where they lost the first life in this very dispensation, according to him, of the agitation, the first life that was lost, and also him leaving Nigerian army as a ranked officer. I think by now he could have had maybe one of the highest Igbo ranked officer in Nigerian army had he
Yeah,
stayed. And,
probably.
yeah, but I think this man in question, General Senator, he's pushing, and where you think he would slack or stop, he keeps going, and you can see what we've seen here today. We came here, new artilleries,
New rocket launchers.
rocket launchers, and
I picked out one thing interesting from his speech. The fact that he used to work under the Nigerian army, which shows that he has had experience, as in he had experience before the forming of the Biafran National Guard. Meaning the Biafran National Guard, that is the Biafran hand, is in a capable hand and it's in an experienced hand.
what do you think made Ojukwu trust him to have given him the Biafran charter? And was
I
it
am
the
not
military
Ojukwu.
experience, or probably what he did during the time Ojukwu was
I'm
alive?
not Ojukwu, but I think Ojukwu will trust a military man and a civilian
Because
because he was also part of the Nigerian army before he fought for his people, the Biafran people. So I believe that Ojukwu anointed General Innocent and Oji because he saw something familiar with himself. Someone who saw all the tribalism, religious bingoism that occurs in the Nigerian military when he was also there, and decided that someone like him should take over the military aspect of the Biafran people. So I think Ojukwu just saw himself in the leader of BNG.
I think there have been complaints coming here and there saying that this man was incarcerated in Onitsha prison for 11 years. His wife also incarcerated with some of men for 15 years, and immediately he left the prison instead of go home and rest and talk about. And he walked directly, as he rightly said in his press statement, that he came out from prison strong and even more determined than he was before. What do you make of such a man that left the prison, and instead of go home or celebrate or thank God for raising him, he went straight back and even showing glimpse of a more dangerous approach to what he did in the past? So what do you make of his character in that respect?
For the records, he has spoken the truth, because from court records, it can be determined and it can be proven that he was actually locked up in Onitsha prison for a long time. And from the court record, his statement stated that he surrendered himself at Opoko police station. Why? He's in place of him. His wife didn't commit any offense. Maybe it was obvious that they went searching for him to get arrested in his home, and they met his wife who was pregnant, and they picked her in place of his wife, in place of him rather. Sorry, in place of himself. So he surrendered himself. He was not arrested. According to court record, is a fact. He wasn't arrested. He surrendered himself to Oboko police station in Onitsha.
I think what
So
kind
he was then taken
what
to
was it?
prison,
What
put on
this
trial
do
with
you
his
think?
wife.
Do you think the surrender he made was as a result of advice, as he said, or I mean, his bravery was more in play, or was it an advice to
I don't
bring the
think. I think
issue
it's. I
of
think. I
Biafra to
think it's
the
an
Nigerian
issue.
court?
I think it's an issue of love. The
Issue of
fact, issue of love. That the fact that my wife has not committed any crime.
But I've
Why
seen
should
him,
she suffer for
but
that?
I've seen him severally say that he didn't surrender because of his wife. That he
Oh.
did because he wanted to learn and because he was advised.
Okay, from the speech, okay, let me walk according to his speech, because that statement, that question has already been answered in the speech.
Yeah.
He said he surrendered so his case could be proven through the legal jurisdiction of the Nigerian society.
Okay. Well, I mean, his surrendering was to bring up Biafra. I mean, to bring limelight.
His surrendering was, according to his speech, surrendering was to make the Nigerian courts know that he has not committed any offense by seeking self-determination.
The general has
which
been,
is a universal law in the United States.
General has been adamant that he will work with the Biafran Charter Ojukwu exclusively, according to this his speech, exclusively gave him. And from this charter in question, we saw the Biafran shadow government in the charter. I've read the charter. I saw the Biafran government in exile, then the transitional government, and then the provincial government, which involved a lot of things, defense, the declaration, and all this. So, how much do you trust the general to properly or efficiently or successfully execute the charter Ojukwu handed over to him? Don't you think this very charter, the missions and the strategies in the charter is too much?
The same Biafran charter was not what Ojukwu used.
I think but Ojukwu had a lot of money. There was much more support then compared to now, due to the fact that if you look at the restoration of Biafra, you will see that Ojukwu came in 1999, and the people were disappointed afterwards. Then Nnamdi Kanu came out again, and you see some people, discreetly. It's not like it's not open, but discreetly they were saying we gave man a lot of things, we gave him money, we gave him, but he couldn't do anything, and that for like 6-7 years it has been all about talking and talking. But that situation, if you look at that General Innocent Oji coming into the picture at this critical time, where people say, no, we've tried this person, we've tried this person, we've not seen anything from this person, then we are coming again to try this person. I think you see the situation. General is not getting the level of support Ojukwu had as at then. Ojukwu had the money, he invested his father's money, but you see General, a military officer since in the 80s, mid 80s, he became a military man. He had no money as Ojukwu's parents had. So, I mean, if you come to compare him to Ojukwu, you see that there are a lot of odds are stacked against him in this very period. And due to things that have transpired in the struggle, is massively affecting him. Don't you see it from this very perspective of General not, being compared or meeting up to what exactly Ojukwu did?
You can't compare General Innocent Oji to Odumegu Chukwuemeka Ojukwu, because every father wants him to be better than him. You talked about money. I don't have the financial record of the Biafran National Guard, but when I was here last year, I did a brief investigation about them, and I found out that they are the most patient army I have ever come across. Why they are so patient is because they are not properly funded. So you're right to say that Ojukwu and General Innocent and Oji are not comparable when it comes to finance. But when it comes to following the footsteps as stipulated in the Biafran Charter, which is the Biafran shadow government, which is in essence is the Biafran government in exile, then the transitional government, then the provisional government, then I must compare him in a little bit with Ojukwu. But I believe that Ojukwu wants Innocent Oji to be better than him by restoring the sovereign state of Biafra.
All right. Okay. Now, normally, the situation here, there is undertone of Ojukwu's hand in this very BNG, because I've heard from the general himself saying that Ojukwu concealed approval of a military confrontation campaign, which I was aware it happened in 2007 about at Eda.
Come again.
I mean the concealed approval.
That who did Ojukwu?
Ojukwu approved of him, or in incense or supported in 2007 for a military campaign at Order. Yeah, and
Where's Ed allocated?
it should be in Ebonyi State or thereabouts as at that time. So the hand of Ojuku, do you clearly see the hand of Ojuku in this very DNG, this very army?
From his speech, he said Ojuku personally ordained the formation of the Biafran National Guard. So the question is already answered. The spirit of Ojuku lives on in the Biafran National Guard through the innocent Oji.
All right. When we talk about the various governments, according to the chapter Ojuku handed over to General Sento, he has launched the shadow government. He launched Biafra government in exile, transitional government, and lastly, he launched the provincial government. But within the Biafra agitation, because I want you to understand that you are a journalist, I'm a journalist, and we are always professionally to limit emotions and also to be on spot to approach things the way they are. Because I'm not a member of BNG. Likewise, you're not BNG.
I'm not a soldier.
You are not a
But I'm
soldier.
affiliated, I'm affiliated with BNG in
But
the essence that I work through their media team.
all right, I don't have any affiliation with BNG
Yeah.
normally, but now I want you to also to picture what is going on in the Biafra agitation. Somebody like Simon Eba, then do you see it as wise a group of people based abroad? They are not at home. They did not have any mandate from those at home to establish or say they have established a government that has been established. Each stage has passed. This government was established in 2007. Then this some group of people, residents abroad, to go and say they have formed another government. What's it called? What's the Biafra government in exile? I think before a government in exile can be formed, that government should have the backing or somehow the approval or somehow the the brain, or I mean the such government should have the push from the people back home. But you see, Simon Ekpa's group had no backup. They had no approval from the people down here. So what do you make of the government he established and taking Biafra agitation backwards? So what do you think? All right, okay, the rider is passing. Good day, sir. So
Well, as I earlier said, I am more of affiliated with the Biafran National Guard, its media team.
yeah,
I am not a serving soldier of the Biafran National Guard.
they
Unquote,
yeah.
unquote. You talked about Simon Ekpa, and I earlier stated before now that the Biafran charter handed over by General Dim Odumegu Chukwuemeka Ojuku to General Innocent and Oji involves the Biafran shadow government, which can be referred to as the Biafran government in exile. After that stage, you move to the Biafran transitional government.
So, my wonderful family, that brings us to the end of this update. Do well to like the video, share, and subscribe. Thank you, and bye bye.